And Mug here. And a couple days ago, I reached out to you guys just to see what you guys think about the next straw that I should do. And surprisingly, you guys boomed out on the middle option. Before we get into this, we need to have a talk about chess and some pieces. And some characters, too. The first thing I did, as you can see, was to draw the skeletons of where each character would be placed. And in Big Latin, not the ace, not final draw say. But as you can see, I started with Barry. Simple body, simple, high-powered jack-in-the-box, Hadoken, Plaster. And we're moving on to Ponzi. Ponzi is a simple character with a Raymond Luck, who also may or may not hold an illegal fighting ring, and is currently dating a dragon. That part was just to get engagement views for the game Dragon Kisser. What? Yes, it's a real game. And also, a knight. For the knight, I played around with the body, and also, I had a little bit of a hard time with the positioning of Goodwin's arm, swinging the sword, and additionally, I wanted to get his face right. Well, you can see I added the scarf, because scarves are cool. Once I get everything with Gwaine, I can move on to Primavera. Now, Primavera will be holding a bat while hitting a pawn with the end of the bat. And if you know what that feels like, it hurts a lot. So, an angry face while the pawn is basically in midair. So, we could just move on with some coloring. And also one thing I forgot to mention is I had to adjust the mouth since it didn't look realistic. So, with a few colors and touch-up too, we can move on to the blurring. Now, for some reason, the blurring didn't work out so well, so I had to come back with a pencil and start touching it up a bit. So we can move on with the title Checkmate and game logo, and then we're moving on to the next draw. Camilla is a last-minute draw, so forgive me for the lack of details on her draw, since, in my defense, this is my style, and I go by the old adage, if you can't fix your mistakes, highlight them. Quote, north of the border. So after sizing her up a bit, and also giving her a nice skirt and some accessories, I decided to not waste time and get started with her face. You may not know this, but I have tried a couple of times to try to get the face right, and eventually I settled in on this one, since, well, it's a lot more different. But I add a little bit of a curve just to try to get the face right. Add some glasses, and we can move on to some coloring. Now, before we cap this off, give her the character that I made in the other half of the video. If not, go back to it. You know the timestamp. I actually added a little bit of a self-insert saying that she may or may not have a, well, romantic feeling for the rabbit, for Gwaine. So if you want more, request in the comments. Until then, it's on to the final shots.